guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my top 5 drugstore bronzers. I did a top 5 drugstore highlights a while back, and I've been meaning to keep going because I wanted to do like a top 5 series on my drugstore products and then on my high-end products, just to kind of let you guys know what I like the most and what works on my skin, on my oily, sometimes combo skin. And my hair looks crazy. This is my hair. So let's get started. Now, I'm not going to go in any particular order. I do have 5 and an honorable mention and a half, I want to say, because I do love the NYC Sunny Bronzer, and this is like a $2 bronzer, and it is a great way to start. But I feel like I use this more as like eyeshadow than I do bronzer. But this is really good. It is really warm. I just have some bronzers that I love more, so that's what I'm going to show you guys today. I don't normally cream contour because I have oily skin and it's just more work. Like, I have to do more steps to finish my makeup, and I have to set the cream because if not, it's gonna be really nasty throughout the day. But I have found that there are like 2 cream contouring products that I really like. One is really high end, and then we have these babies. These are from Sonia Kashuk. They are the Undetectable cream bronzers. I have both of them. They have the shade Warm Tan, which is a warm tan shade. And this is what it looks like. You can use this to bronze up your skin, but if you have warm undertones, you can use this to contour a little bit, because sometimes too cool of a contour on warm undertones can look wrong. This is a beautiful bronzer. It is not too warm. So it's very wearable, and what I like about these is that they blend into a powdery kind of finish. They do not feel greasy. I mean, it feels like a cream when you put your finger in it. Obviously it's a cream, but once you blend it in, it's so like easy to blend out, and it just turns into like this powdery kind of finish where it doesn't feel oily or sticky or anything of the sort. So if you have dry skin, I think that you could totally wear this and probably not set it at all. I feel like this is gonna work, obviously depending on your undertone and your preferences. This would work for fair to medium skin tones, but if you're a little bit deeper, like more tan, medium kind of skin, this one is a little bit deeper and it is a little more cool toned. So if you're more into the cool tone and you want a cream contour instead of cream bronze, you can definitely use this shade. It still has some warmth to it. Did I say the name of this? It's called Rich Bronze. As you guys can see, it has more of a cooler undertone. It does have some warmth in it, but it's not as warm as the Warm Tan. I believe that these are between $10 to $12 at the drugstore, which is a little bit expensive, but let's be real, the drugstore has gotten pretty damn expensive. Unfortunately, for most of these bronzers, and I am really sorry, but for most of these bronzers, they don't have many options for like deeper chocolate skin tones, and it frustrates me. Hopefully they step it up at the drugstore very soon so that everybody can have their options. I want to say that this one right here was my first bronzer ever, like my first drugstore bronzer that I loved. This is from Rimmel, and it is the natural bronzer in 021 Sunlight. They have a few different shades, but this is one of the ones that I like the most. I've used up like 1 or 2 of these, so this one is pretty new because I recently picked up another one. I really like the formula of this. I love this shade because it really does make my skin look like if I was out in the sun for a little bit and I got like a nice little soft tan. By the way, this is matte. It has like no sheen or anything to it, but it does look like kind of satin on the skin. They also have some bronzers that have a little bit of a sheen to them if you want to add more of a glow to the skin, but I really love this one, so I had to mention it because I don't really hear a lot of people talk about this. They used to back in the day, but this is still a really good bronzer. If you can't find a shade of contour or bronzing powder at the drugstore that you feel fits your skin, look at face powders. It's always a great alternative because face powders are meant to be blendable and smooth and like flawless looking on your skin. This powder is so good, and it's so like easy to blend. It's literally called the super blendable powder, and it really super blends, yeah, it blends really well, but it looks so nice on the skin, and you can find your undertone, which is what I love about the True Match line, because they have for cool, warm, or neutral undertones, and they have a huge selection of colors that you can choose from, and you can more than likely find a shade that works for you. So I love L'Oreal for that. I have two shades which are actually a little bit dark for me. I use the shade C8, which is Cocoa. I use that to contour a little bit. You guys see how creamy? Oh my god, so good. So this is what C8 Cocoa looks like. There it is right there, but it is definitely cool tones. And I use this to contour. This is a little bit deep for me right now, but I can just get a lighter shade and I'm good to go. N8 Cappucino to bronze up the skin, because I felt like the warm one was just too orange. And I felt like this was like the perfect bronzing shade. Here they are. As you guys can see, this one's just a little bit more warm and this one's a little bit more cool toned. But can you guys see how like nicely they kind of blended? Oh my god, they're such good powders. They're super affordable. I think they're $8, and you can pick and choose from so many different shades and ranges of undertones. And these are matte, like they're matte. There's no sheen in them, so they would work great as a contour shade. Now, if you want more of a bronzed glow, look no further. We have Milani. I'm such an idiot. Okay, this is the Milani Baked Bronzer in 06 Golden. This is a little bit deep for me right now. It has gold running through it. I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but it gives such a pretty glow to your skin. See how it's not like glittery or anything like that, but it looks nice and glowy and like luminous. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. But it is pretty dark for me right now, but I did want to mention it because they do have a few shades, and the baked products from Milani are amazing. It has so much luminosity, so it's gonna make you look like sun-kissed and like you're beaming. And oh my god, the way I like to use this is once I've applied my bronzers, and most of my bronzers are matte, I will go over the bronzer with this just to give it a more glowy, gotta see, sun-kissed look. So I'm kind of cheating a little bit, I'm sorry, but I couldn't, these count as one to me. Like, I couldn't choose. If you guys have been watching my recent tutorials, then you will know that I am obsessed with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have not put this down. They have two shades, and that's what pisses me off. They only have two shades, which is the biggest con. They have the shade Light Bronze, which is this one, and it's the one that I have been using because I am more fair. It's a nice light warm bronzer, and you can barely see it. Can you guys even see it right there? It just builds up so nicely on the skin. It looks so beautiful, and it is matte, but it does have somewhat of like a sheen to it. I don't know how to explain it. It has a little bit of like a gold sheen. You have to look really close to see it, but it's right here. I love the packaging. I love the bronzer. I love the product. I love the formula. It really is a buttery formula. So the name is perfect, and it smells so good. I have to sniff it. Every single time I open this, I have to smell it. It smells so good. I'm sensitive to scents, and the scent doesn't really linger. It doesn't bother me. I just really enjoy the moment that I'm putting it on, and then it's so good. I'm actually wearing this today. I use the L'Oreal True Match, the C8 shade, to contour a little bit, and then I use this shade to kind of blend everything out and warm up the skin and make you look nice and bronzy and beautiful. So I love this. Now, the only con, like I said, is that they have two shades only, and that is light bronze and bronze. And I haven't opened this one yet, but it's not that dark, you guys. Like, I don't think that this is gonna work if you have like a medium skin tone, which is not fair. Before that butter bronzer came along, my favorite, and it's still my favorite, I love it. They're both my favorites. I love them. My favorite bronzer of all time from the drugstore, maybe ever, I don't know, I love it. This is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. These are kind of expensive. They'll run you like, depending on where you buy it, between $11 to $14. but they always have discounts and promotions. You can buy one, get the other one 50 off. You can use coupons, so use your coupons. This one is in medium to dark. That ain't dark. It's not as buttery as the butter bronzer, but the formula is amazing. It is more warm tone, but because I have yellow undertones, I can get away with contouring and bronzing up the skin with this shade. I love it so much. I also have the light medium, and this is the one I've been using because I'm more fair. So it's right here. It's a little bit lighter and a little bit more orangey, but I love them both. If you look closely, it does have like little specks of shimmer in it, but it doesn't transfer on your skin. If anything, it's kind of what gives you that kind of like sun-kissed glow. So I have one honorable mention, like I said, and then we are done with this video. This honorable mention is from Jane Cosmetics. You can't really find this at every drugstore. I think you can find it at Kohl's, but the reason why I'm mentioning it is because when I purchased it, it was still sold at Ulta in the drugstore section. I don't know why Jane Cosmetics is not in Ulta anymore, but you can get it at Kohl's, and it was drugstore. It is, I don't know. It's a drugstore price to me because it's $10, and most of these bronzers are within that range, 8 to like 15 bucks. But this is the bronzer in the shade Inspire. They have a few more shades. I think this is the lightest one, and this formula is phenomenal. It's so smooth, and it just, look at it, it's so pretty. This one's really light, and it's nice and warm and beautiful. I love it. This bronzer is also matte, but I don't feel like it's a flat matte. I feel like it has a little bit of a satin kind of natural finish to it, so it makes your skin look really beautiful. So that completes this video. I stand by these products 100%. They work amazing for me, and I hope that they work out for you guys as well. I love when you guys let me know that a product that I recommended worked out for you. That makes me so happy. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. A while ago, I had printed out like a color, I put here my color wheel and color correcting cheat sheet, because I was, again, really intrigued.